I'm very excited to welcome you and the Music Royalties Inc. team to DealSquare, powered by Neo, as we kick off another capital raising campaign for a very cool and topical organization in this day and age. It is my true pleasure to welcome you and your partners this morning to mark the start of your own revolution in the way you attract and manage your investors into what I see as a very unique, forward-thinking and compelling investment opportunity that is music royalties. We're truly excited to welcome you officially to the platform this morning.
I think what we've built with DealSquare is kind of a similar ambition here, is that we're trying to really make private placements like yours way better accessible for the advisor community, and also to fully digitize the entire process. So on that note, we're excited to work together with you to really open up your offering to the wider advisor community from coast to coast, and then also support them with their entire investment process. So again, a warm welcome for you. Thank you for joining us on DealSquare, and we look forward to working together with you.
We're trying to be one of the first companies in the world to bring the music streaming income to the fans, the retail fans. So, right now and historically it's been a private market. So, we're trying to, if you will, monetize and unleash the billions of new dollars in cash flow that's been created by the FANG stocks, really, plus Spotify. And if you think about it in a quick transition, we've gone from 30 million hippies to 3 billion smartphones paying $3 a month forever. So it's transitioned from sort of a discretionary purchase to a utility item. And that's the exciting part. And if you do the math on that, it puts it out over 100 billion in new potential revenue in the music business. So plus it'll be fun to be part of and own, some of your favorite artists and songs. So we look forward to telling the story. It's still a missionary sale.
Thank you again, and team. 10 seconds to go. Let's start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market is open. Tim, over to you to give us a bit of a full presentation on music royalties.
The only streaming story we can speak of in the public market until music royalties gets public, and that's Netflix, as a quick reminder of a business that started at zero 10 years ago called streaming, which of course has exploded, and we're trying to capture that streaming income in an investment that's frankly fun by tapping into these iconic long-term stable cash flows of the top songs. So the only public companies that represent what we're trying to do in our minds are the Franco-Nevada gold royalty story, which has gone over 35 years from 2 million market cap to as high as 40 billion. There's no investment in any sector that's had that kind of performance. We're trying to accumulate a portfolio with our financial hats, our investor hats on, simply looking at these top songs, which we define as the top 10,000 songs of the last 60 plus years. And they're owned, frankly, by 5, 10, 15 people. And that's probably the biggest lesson for the outsiders, is that, Paul McCartney and Mick Jagger don't own everything. There's all the participants that created these spectacular works, from sound engineers and arrangers, managers, producers, all the participants add up to, and that's, one of the reasons why we always highlight to download our playlist of our top songs on Spotify, Music Royalties Inc., because Spotify shows the ownership structure or the rights holder structure, in the sense that at the 3 dots to the right, you scroll down and you can see song credits. And that's when you can get a feel for the fact that there's all these little percentages of these top songs and cash flows. And then I think the main point for us in terms of the focus on the top songs is that all these great hits like Ron's Dancing in the Moonlight from the past, you couldn't have played until your FANG stock Spotify accounts allowed you to play it, whether that's YouTube or any of the other new platforms like TikTok. So it's really a whole category of rediscovery and replaying across the world. So, the numbers are truly astounding. I think it's, well over 2 trillion in plays and music last year. If you take any top song, now all of we outsiders or retail fans can make an assessment just by looking on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes in the main, and you can see whether something's 10 million views or a million views or a billion views. And obviously, since we're effectively stock picking songs, then this is how we would evaluate it. Over the last 3 years, we've basically acquired 27 catalogs. We've been able to start paying a dividend. Going back a couple of years, we increased that dividend 80% over the last year, and really that's the formula of accretive acquisition. So if we see that sea of 1 million rights holders in our backyard in North America alone, collecting billions in streaming revenue, to simplify the story, then we're just trying to accumulate the best in a diversified portfolio. So it's not about any one artist, it's actually about even the best artists, can participate in our upside, in the public company for the long-term roll-up. It's a truly incredible opportunity. It's growing in a zero growth world. It's diversified. It's effectively an international, inherently hedged income that we're just trying to pass through to you as investors on a monthly basis.
What is your favorite song inside your existing portfolio today, the one you're most proud of?
Well, I have to say that, the anthem songs, we've learned that, the financial interpretation of a song that gets you all excited and up on your feet, like I always quote, and you've heard me say, at the end of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, when you have 100,000 people on their feet all singing the song that they know together, it's just sort of the ultimate human experience, right? So the closest thing from my perspective right now is the Empire State of Mind, because it's got Jay-Z with Alicia Keys, and it's an anthem for New York investors. And so that's, the synergy that makes the most sense to me so far.
This concludes our opening ceremonies for today. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the launch of Music Royalties on DealSquare this morning. We're wishing you all a happy Tuesday, and Tim, to you and your team, thank you again for your support. Best of luck. We're in your corner from here as you explore our capital markets.